The build-up to Rangers' match with St Johnstone tonight certainly hasn't been straightforward. And I am sure the supporters will be relieved when kickoff comes and the team get back down to business after the international break and the exchanges between Pedro Caixinha, Stephen McLean and Tommy Wright. As far as the media is concerned, Pedro is an absolute dream sometimes. Rangers are always the club to write about anyway, but people have a field day with some of the things that Pedro says. Read more. Derek Johnston. Kenny Miller should come back into the Rangers lineup against St Johnstone, but the only thing the Rangers fans are worried about is winning games. That has to be Pedro's main focus. What didn't happen before the last game with St Johnstone is water under the bridge and something that he doesn't need to worry about going into this fixture. He should move on and focus on finding a team that is capable of going out on the park and winning games regularly, because that is the only way that Rangers are going to progress and the fans are going to be happy. I would imagine there would have been a lot of Rangers fans picking up their paper, reading that story about the team apparently being leaked and thinking I don't give a monkeys. Read more. Kenny Miller is the heartbeat of the Rangers squad, says midfielder Josh Windass. They will be more concerned about Rangers going to McDiarmid Park tonight and beating St Johnstone and closing the gap to Celtic and Aberdeen ahead of their games this weekend. If this kind of thing is happening week after week and Pedro finds out who is responsible, then he shouldn't be at the club. It is as simple as that. What goes on inside those walls of a dressing room should stay there. That has always been the case. But we know that leaks get out from every club, not just Rangers. If people want to get a message out, be it players, the manager or directors, then they have ways and means of making things known. Read more. Rangers can get a positive result against Celtic this season, says Alfredo Morelos. It happens all the time, so get on with it. This situation is not important for Rangers right now ahead of a very difficult game at St Johnstone. The manager will have told the players that he doesn't want anything getting out. Rangers are a family and everything should be kept in that family. Rangers still had to do what they did to beat them, which they did that day. But the leak shouldn't happen. If it happens on a regular basis, then whoever is found to be culprit should be out the door. That is all the manager has to say to the players. If they want out of Rangers, they know where the door is. Pedro has got to put issues to bed quickly. Make sure the players know exactly how he feels, and if anyone is threatened by the manager, then they are out the club and that is the end of it. Read more. Tommy Wright hits back at paranoid Pedro Caixinha after Rangers leaks claim the football is the most important thing for the supporters and the manager, especially when he is under pressure game by game. All his concentration should be on this fixture, on his team, on how he is going to beat St Johnstone and get another 3 points on the board. He has to organise the team, motivate the team and get a victory. That is the only way the supporters will get on Pedro's side. We know that St Johnstone haven't been in the best of form in the last few weeks, and everybody will point to that as a reason why Rangers should win tonight. But they are capable of turning in a big performance in a big game against Rangers, and if there was ever a game that will get them back on track, it is one at home to Rangers. Every single player will be up for it and they will be firing on all cylinders. Never mind how they have played in the last couple of weeks, it is Rangers coming to town, there will be a big crowd in St Johnstone and will be well up for this one. Read more. Derek Johnston. Kenny Miller should come back into the Rangers lineup against St Johnstone. That is what Pedro has to do as well. If Rangers can win the battle, then they can win the game. They have to be in the right frame of mind, the pace of the game has got to be right, and they will have to play well because they are facing a team that are capable of beating anyone on their day. St Johnstone are a very dangerous side and the manager won't need to tell you his players that. The players know that everyone has got their eyes on them and every game is a cup final for them. They are fighting for their manager. We all know it is players that get managers the sack. If they are not performing and not winning games, there is only one man that gets the bullet. If they are behind their manager, they will dig deep tonight. Winning the game is the most important thing, and if they can put in a performance, then that would be a boost. Rangers can't afford to fall further behind the teams that are ahead of them at the top of the table, and that is their focus. Never mind what is happening off the park, it is about what happens on it. This is the most important thing for Rangers.